Hey everybody, Shelby here at American Chess Equipment and Wood Expressions. Today we're going to be going through chess clocks, the different levels and brands that we offer, and I want to show you what's good about them, what could be better, what they do, what they don't do, and how to best choose the clock that fits your need. Okay, just so you know, I'm wearing one of my masks today. Any order on American Chess Equipment over $30 gets a free mask. If the order's over $60, you get this mask, and then you get the color chess piece jumble too. No coupon code, just good for the next month. This is the Wii Games chess timer with delay. This is the box that it comes in, right? This is the actual clock. First thing you notice about this clock, really small footprint. Instructions on the bottom on what to do. It takes one AA battery, which is included. Now, if you look here, the circular button with a dash on it, pull that down to turn it on. Now, this is a nice basic clock. It does standard timing or delay timing. So if you're doing a game in 30 D5 or just like a game 25, this is a really good clock. To program it, let's say we want to do a game in 25 with 5-second delay. First of all, when you first turn the clock on, I'd hit the plus button until this goes up to game in 25. One drawback about this clock is it does not do time odds. So you cannot set this side and this side for two different times. And it also does not do penalties. Sort of a drawback to this clock, but the small footprint, single battery, and the extraordinarily light weight of this clock and the ease of programming sort of outweighs it. Now, let's say we want to do a delay. Doesn't really show, there's really no delay button, but what you do is you hold down the button, the on-off, oh, wait, damn it. Let's get back to the game in 25. What I was supposed to do is tap the button, and then it gets to the delay screen. And I would just make it say 5-second delay, then hit that button to go back. And then we have a game in 25 with 5-second delay. What happens is, if you notice, when the delay is counting down, the D flashes, right? And then when it stops flashing, the clock moves. Clock starts counting down. Really nice clock, really small, great for small clubs, medium-sized clubs, where you're really not playing too heavy into tournaments. It's a nice starter clock. I always tell people clocks are like cars. You get what you pay for. Very robust, very sturdy. It comes with a 1-year warranty. It's a nice clock. The next clock we're going to go over is the Master Quartz Game Timer. This is something that if you've been playing for a while, especially if you're a little bit older like me, you'll notice these things have been around forever. These are quartz clocks. They used to be made by Seiko, and originally they're nice clocks for what you get. They're great for standard timing. They cannot do delay or increment timing. It's just something that they don't do. If you look at the back, it's got a battery case. It takes one AA battery, and these knobs right here are how you set the clock. So let's say we want to go and set this for a game in 25. We would just go and set it to the 7 for a game in 25. So this way, what happens is as the time runs down, it would slowly lose time. And then when you're under 3 minutes, the flag starts going up. And when the flag hits 12, and it drops, that tells when you run out of time. This is one of the nicer clocks that has a red sweep hand. It's a nice clock. If you're looking to play in tournaments, I wouldn't recommend it because it doesn't have delay and it doesn't have increment. It's very easy to use, but I would recommend it for regular home play and basic play at the chess club. It's inexpensive, it's easy to use, easy to program, not a lot of parts that can break on it. Now, when you get these clocks, a lot of people notice these red tabs and wonder what they are. Usually most people just throw them away. The thing is, you need these tabs. These tabs are great, not for when you're playing, because if you're playing, you can't press them down. they're called stops for a reason. The reason that they're put in is so that when you're storing the clock, this way neither of the plungers can go down, which means your battery's not going to run out. And that's the main thing. All these are battery savers. Simple. All right. Nice clock. Not really great for tournaments, not anymore, especially with all the delays and increments and everything else. But, I mean, these are usually sub $35. Some places you can get them for at least in the $25 to $30 range. Nice clock for what you get. Not for tournaments, though. Now we come to the DGT 3000. This is a sweet clock. The DGT 3000 is like the DGT North American on steroids, where the DGT North American only has one time control that you can save. You can actually save 5 on the DGT 3000s. This is what the clock looks like. It's a lot more complicated. As I always say, clocks are like cars. You get what you pay for. Cool thing about the DGT 3000, see this plug hole right here? That's where you can plug it into the DGT sensory boards. Not a lot of us have the DGT sensory boards, but it's an option. This clock is a lot more expensive than the North American or the Bobby Fischer. Same thing as before. Instructions are on the bottom. We're going to look for delay, game in 25 with 5-second delay. It doesn't have it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to set it to number 26. So again, on button here, this battery case holds 2 AA batteries. So what we need to do is we need to go to setting number 26. So hit plus till we get to 26. And we're looking for where it says 26 an option. Then we have to select it, which is right here. Now, if you notice up here, it's saying which do we want to use. Toggle this till it says delay. Can you see the delay right there? Where the delay is fastened? Select it. Now we want a game in 25 like we're setting the other clocks. We don't need an hour. We need each side to say 25, then 00, and then 20. Crap. I went past it, so now I have to cycle all the way through. Damn it. So now we're going to set the clock for a game in 25. Instructions are on the bottom. Battery case is right here. Battery case holds 2 AA's. It doesn't have a preset for a game in 25 for 5-second delay. Actually, wait a second, it does. It's setting number 23. So we would click the on off button, and then we'd go to setting number 23. So let's cycle all the way through to where it says option, where it'll say option 23, select, and then we're set. Again, same thing. To start the clock, make sure whose turn it is right there. Then just hit the play button, and then you're ready to play. Easy, simple. Cool thing about this is delay actually counts down, right? So if you look, delay counts down right here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a really nice clock. It's a lot more expensive than DGT North American or the Bobby Fischer. Is it really what most people need? No, but if you can afford it, it's nice. You don't have to set it as much with the 5 different presets. I like the clock. DGT makes a kick-ass, durable clock that is usable by everybody. The instructions, but luckily enough, you can come to places like me for how to set it. So, if you get this clock, good choice. Great for tournaments, great for casual play. Relatively easy to use. Price point's a little higher than most of the other clocks on the market, but you're getting a lot of extra. Now we get to my favorite clock. It's the Visual Tech. This thing goes for $149. Is that expensive? Yes. But there's a reason it's so expensive. It looks like a Chronos with a big fat lip right here and bigger displays. Cool thing, another difference from the Chronos is it has exterior access to a battery case. A Chronos, you'd have to undo the screws and to get to the inside. Now, made in the United States in Carrollton, Texas, by a company that actually makes gas pump signs. It's a company that has full-time employees, so if you ever break the clock, you can send it back and get it fixed. Another cool aspect about this clock is, let's say, like right now the clock does standard, time delay, and increment. Let's say there's another something that comes out. Let's say it's not standard time delay or increment. Let's say for, shits and giggles, they come out with Shelby timing, which is totally different. Any other clock like these, you'd have to go buy a new darn clock. Cool thing about the Visual Tech is you can actually send it back to the company. You get one free upgrade for your software as long as you've registered your clock. Now, like the other clocks, we're going to set this to a game in 25. There are two ways to do it. Well, I'm going to show you the first way, which is to manually set it. So hit the center button, turn it on. You notice how we have letters instead of, a 70-page Chronos manual. The manual for this is 12 pages. It's very easy to use with characters where we can actually write out what each, part goes with. It makes it relatively easy. Even my dad, 79 years old, ex-US champion, amateur champion, can actually program this clock. It's something good for 10-year-olds all the way up to somebody like my dad who's 80. Now, to do a new time control, we'd go to time controls, hit select. We're going to want to create new. So a game in 25 with 5-second delay would be one phase. So select. Game in 25, time delay, yes. 5 second. Then if you notice, anytime the clock is on and you have it set before you start playing, it shows what you've set it for right here. If you look over here, it has the option of play, save, or edit. So if you screw up, you can go to edit. If you just want to play without saving it, you hit play. What I would do is hit save. Right? Now, if you want to save it into your super favorites, if you notice here, it looks like there's a backwards 6. It's supposed to be a lock. Okay, if we want to lock this into our favorites, we'd take both buttons, hit it at the same time, protect, yes. Then if you notice, the lock is closed. This means it's under favorites number 1. Now, if you're ready to play, hit the center button, select, both sides go on, right? And then start Wait's clock. If you notice, the light is green, right? When it's your turn, the light's green, right? If you stop the clock, the light turns red. This way, a tournament director or if you're away from your board, you can see if somebody stopped your clock. This is an awesome clock. This does anything and everything you'll ever need, except time odds. That's probably going to be on the next update. Awesome clock, $149, metal case, durable as all get out. And the cool thing is, it's made here in the United States. If you break it, you can send it back and get it fixed at a reasonable price. So this way, you don't ever have to buy a new clock. You can just constantly go and get this updated. So hopefully this video helped you. My goal here, especially during these times, is to make sure I have an informed consumer. An informed consumer is my best consumer, because as long as you're able to give them all the information that they need, hopefully you're going to be able to come back to me. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them below. And make sure to go on to www.amchesseq.com to check out these